is up, daddies? Welcome back to another. You know what? You guys make this face. You laugh every time.
So self-conscious.
One of you guys can do the intro. You guys make me do this every single time.
Right
you guys
back to hot mic.
I'm sitting here trying to do this, and what's happening? I got three idiots like laughing at me while I'm doing this. It's like, one, somebody just make an audio clip that we can just play, so I don't have to do this every time.
That's
or
not
two,
fun.
one of you guys do it.
Hey, welcome everybody back to the Bad Dad Advice podcast. I'm here with my three best friends, Abs, Robo, and Cardwell. We're here to talk about dad things. In this episode, we're going to talk about baby-proofing our houses. And
See, that's what you look like. You like laugh at me.
no, I only stopped because I thought you were having a legitimate seizure.
You're having a seizure.
No, that's like what you.
I thought you were legitimately dying.
No, like that's what you look
in
like.
the actual fuck was that?
When you're doing the intro and then you have someone sitting next to you going like this, laughing at you.
I wasn't
It's weird.
laughing.
Yeah, you do laugh at me every time. You make
I
some
go
stupid,
like this. I go like this.
You make some stupid face like I'm doing something wrong. I'm just like it's like totally normal.
Ooh, what's up, Dad? It's just because that's how you started every time you start the show like that.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hola,
what's up, Dad?
papis.
Hola, amigos.
What am I mean, how many different ways can you like welcome somebody to a show? Like what should I
more
say?
than just well, let's get ready to rumble. That's what I think every time. That's what I think. You're
Okay,
gonna
so
say.
like what should I say?
You should say, "Welcome back to the Bad Dad Advice podcast."
Turn it on its side and cello.
You got a bass.
We're here. We are four dads trying to figure it out, giving each other advice. That's what the podcast is about. If you're here, you probably already know this. We have a very loyal following. We have hundreds of thousands of views.
Hundreds of thousands of views.
Hundreds of thousands.
Not tens of followers
Across all
Abs.
platforms.
We're
No, this podcast is legit. I might start telling my friends and family about it.
We're growing the
growing.
daddy nation.
After everybody wanted to rip Abs for his financial advice.
Right.
Yeah, you got
Dude,
tore
people-
up.
Although I will say, like that one clip, the Dave Ramsey one, the one that had like what 12,000 views or whatever like that.
Yeah.
I will say I was pretty impressed that some people were like kind of on my side, but then it almost makes me feel like I wish I could have like dug deeper into those people's profiles and see like what kind of people
Right.
are on my
I was
side.
like, are all the people on your side like
Right.
in debt up to their eyeballs and broke? And,
Right.
And you're like, yeah, see, they get it.
Right. Do I want to associate myself with the people that agree? I wish I could see people's profiles, but I can't. But you know, I will say I'm not taking out debt to do stuff with my kids. Let's just be clear with that. But I am maybe slowing my role of eliminating debt instead of every extra dollar going to eliminating debt. 80 or 90%
Here
of
we
my
go.
extra dollars.
50 cents on the dollar.
Almost debt free 2024.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm crushing it.
good.
I'm crushing it. It's going
Proud of you.
really well.
So for all those listening, like, subscribe. He could use a supplemental income.
Correct.
seriously. You know, people, believe it or not, teachers, we get paid not that much. Not that much. I know a lot of people think that teachers are underpaid. No, overpaid and underworked. No, it's not true. It's just not true. We get paid
Didn't you used to say that?
No, it's the opposite. People think
compared. I'll tell you what.
people think that they're underpaid and overworked. You think that they're adequately paid and adequately worked.
The hard part is because the industry I came from before I became a teacher. Like, I was working in minor league baseball. I did ticket sales in minor league baseball, and you want to talk about people who are underpaid and overworked.
I think the difficulty with teaching is not like when you go into any industry, you're underpaid. You're paid like pennies. When you're selling air conditioning, you're in the warehouse, sweating your ass off, making $10 an hour. You're at a bank, working at a bank. You're making. I mean, like my first job, I think I was making, I don't know, $14 an hour or something like that. Working at a big bank. Same thing with teaching. You don't make a lot of money. The problem with teaching is there's no growth.
you never make a lot of money.
You're always in the you just started and you're just, an intern and you're
Right.
getting paid an intern salary. There's like no growth. There's no ability to be like, hey, because we all know that there are bad teachers and good teachers, and it's like the bad teachers and the good teachers they get the same thing. The good teachers don't get paid double or triple or quadruple what a bad
Right.
There's
teacher
no
gets paid.
incentive to be a good teacher.
So it's very hard.
Right.
It's very
There
hard
is
to-
some. I mean, there is some pay for performance when it comes to raises every year and stuff.
but
like
it's
that.
not like working in a corporation. I mean, it's
No,
not like working in
no,
the
no.
private sector.
You're not profit sharing.
no.
So this went on a weird turn to start the episode. Let's bring it back to some dad stuff. I think we will probably maybe give some updates.
Yeah.
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
We were so close. We're so close to just play the fucking clip.
He always has to
I don't
say
need
something.
the yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny.
And always,
Yeah.
it's always like, okay, here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, let's play this right now. Just press the button. Okay, so Robo, what do you got? That's our fun new intro for our favorite segment for updates, where we go around the room and we give an update about fatherhood, the happenings with our little ones, and the frustrations. And I don't know. What do you got?
All right, Robo, what you got?
So just a little quick update here. So my wife took the kids by herself, and went an entire 2 hours, and I never got a phone call or anything. So I'm assuming that everything with the trip had gone, kind of well. I'm guessing they probably fell asleep because we made sure to feed them right before they left. So I'm guessing they both fell asleep for the entire time, which she didn't tell me yay or nay on that. But yeah, she went and did the whole thing. She crushed it and is getting that confidence to where we can probably start taking the kids out a little more and doing some more stuff with them and getting out of the house, because I know that's good for her mental sanity as well. Because her whole maternity leave, she had 16 weeks, something like that, like 16, 17 weeks, something. And the whole time, like, her parents would come over and help, and she was in the house the whole time. Like, she never would just, hey, let me go to Target and get a coffee and walk around for a little bit. So I've been trying to tell her, like, she needs to get better about just, hey, just go away for 15, 20 minutes. Your parents can handle it. They'll be okay for 15, 20 minutes. And if the kids cry the whole time, they cry the whole time. So be it. They volunteered to help us.
Yeah.
So, like, but she's getting better about it and took the kids by herself and
Nice.
crushed it. Yeah.
There you go.
For reference, we don't have a whole lot because we're doing some double episoding, because obviously I said in the last
No, we're
one,
just all wearing the same exact outfits that we were last episode.
yeah, but
Yeah, the
listeners
marble,
We all did laundry.
the Marble Reds hat.
don't. Yeah,
Right.
some lung darts. Yeah, but so I said in the last one that there was a chance that I would already be a dad by the time you heard this. For this episode, I will say that there is a 100% chance that I've already had my kid.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What's today? Today,
Saturday.
February 10th.
Do you have, like, a scheduled
When's
C-section?
yeah, do you have
No,
a s-
the due date's the 5th. If
Of
we're doing
March.
these every
But,
2
like-
weeks,
But, like, sometimes.
Oh, are we doing this every 2
Oh,
weeks?
it's.
for now, because we don't.
Oh.
I mean, can you guys produce this thing?
I'm sure we could find
No,
some
but-
monkey who could touch an iPad, dude. It's not. You're not a fucking rocket scientist.
Oh,
Listen.
man, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here
I
we
would.
go.
I
You
really
had to
hope.
stoke the
I
fire.
challenge you to bring up a clip as fast and as smooth as
Yeah.
this.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Press the button now. I think I can do that.
Investing in microphones and we're doing ding dings. We got a ding ding ding. We got like everybody's holding a microphone. We got ding, we got this, we got that. We got camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and we're dinging in a microphone.
Yeah. So that's our game time clip.
Could you do that? Could you play a completely irrelevant clip like Game Time?
I think I could.
It's not completely irrelevant because we are going to get back to games today.
That's true.
We haven't done games in forever, but we'll finish the updates first. That was really weird. So yeah, if you're hearing this, I probably have a kid.
Probably.
I'm
We'll leave it at probably.
I'm gonna be honest,
Probably.
Probably
I
definitely.
wouldn't say 100%.
I wouldn't say 100%, but yeah, I'm still really banking on your kid being born on February 29th. I just think that's dope. Like, and you're right around that time, and
It's very.
every
around
4
that
years
time.
we throw an absolute banger for that kid. It'd be
Yeah.
awesome.
And I don't want that, but if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my update, I went to Target to buy clothes for Ivy. He's growing up. He's getting big. So I had to get some shirts, bring him into school. And the thing that I noticed while buying shirts in Target is they're clearly just marketing to like my demographic. So they're hey, am I boring you over there, text boy? Am I we boring you?
My wife's texting me.
Yeah, your wife's texting you. Come
No.
home. Come
You're
home
putting
now.
in, you're putting in
You're-
bets, aren't
you're
you?
putting bets, dude.
Your wife's texting you Brock Purdy over 11.5 rushing.
Yeah,
Get over
anybody
yourself,
can
dude.
pull up a text message. Anybody can pull that up.
Trying to buy some time.
So you're trying to buy some bets on the
I'm not
Niners to
betting.
cover.
I'm not betting. Done with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So while I was in there, I was looking at these shirts, and I noticed that like they're just really marketing to like my demographic. Like,
Yeah, dude, I could spill my drink on an iPad, bro. I could do that.
Yeah, that we're just gonna forget that happened.
this episode is an absolute fucking dumpster fire so far. So thanks for sticking with us, daddies.
20. I think this is 25th episode.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're getting worse by the day.
I really hope it's not the 25th episode.
I think it is.
Perfect.
I think it is.
So I was looking at these shirts. They are marketing to millennials, right? Like people that obviously like just had kids or whatever. So it's like a lot of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like classic T-shirts that like we would have had as like we would have remembered as kids. So it's like Pokemon and like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Star Wars stuff and like stuff that like is very nostalgic. And then I noticed like right next to that stuff, it was like shirts like Pink Floyd and Biggie and Tupac and like whatever. And I'm like, yo, I think these shirt companies are like messing with people's minds, because it's like they're trying to get you to buy nostalgia for yourself, for your kid to wear. It's like your kid doesn't. It could just be like a shirt. Like, why are there graphic designs on like a kid's shirt? It's clearly for the parent to be like, this is what I like. So I'm going to show my little toy off with my thing that I like. It's like
That's smart marketing.
He's like, he doesn't know. He doesn't care. He's not like, he's not going like, oh, I want that one versus that. He has no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I think that the band and the old rapper like T-shirts, that's just kind of like trendy right now. Like I see that in the middle schools. I can't tell you how many middle school kids walk around with like a Biggie Smalls shirt, and I'm like, do you?
Yeah,
like,
because their
like, do you?
parent, because their
No,
parent got it
They
for 'em.
no, they went and bought it. Like these kids. Where do middle school kids shop when their parents let them go to the mall and do whatever they want? They go to Spencer's, duh,
yeah.
right? And they all buy these shirts, right? And so I get kids that walk in and they go like, oh, where'd you get like the Biggie Smalls shirt? Like, do you even know a single song by Biggie Smalls?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. I'm like, the Notorious B.I.G. Like, you don't know who that is? And then I'm like in the front of the class. I'm like, I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands. Like, I'm singing it. And they're like, what are you doing?
Shout out to Hardball.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's a really good movie. Yeah, so I don't know. I felt deceived and like whatever. And then I bought 3 shirts that I thought were cool. Ignored the Pink. Yeah. I ignored the Pink Floyd shirt, and I still bought the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I was like, "That's cool. I'll buy that."
All right, Abs, what you got?
What do you got?
Oh man. Update wise, not a ton. I'm gonna throw a shot in the dark here and say that Kennedy's birthday went great. I don't know, it hasn't happened yet, but this will air after her birthday, so I'm assuming it went well. We probably ran out of chicken nuggets. My bad, I didn't order. Sorry if I didn't order enough chicken nuggets, but no, I really don't have any other updates right now. I haven't seen a Cybertruck. Nothing crazy.
Okay,
right now.
great, good job. Way to go, pal. Really giving the people what they want.
Well, it's hard to give an update when I just gave an update 30 minutes ago in the last episode that we just
This
shot.
is one thing going on in your life.
I mean, how many milestones is a? I mean, it's updates on my kid. You want updates on my life, on my current life?
Give me an update. Give me
Um,
something. Give me
um,
something. Give me something. Give me any
Some
piece
kind of substance.
Something to
As
chew
of
on.
as of this day, right? My New Year's resolutions are still going strong. My debts are way down, and my weight is down. I'm still in step 1 of the process. As of this morning, February 10th, I am 13 pounds down.
There you go.
Just eating less.
That's an update.
Just eating less. So.
That's an update.
There you go.
Love that.
So what do we? So what's the core? What's the core of the episode? My headphones.
So the
man.
core of the episode we're going to get into here is a topic that is very relevant for Robo, is going to be very relevant for Jaime, and I believe is something that I have done and Abs has maybe done some of, which is baby proofing. And what we're going to talk about is, what ideas are overrated and what ideas are underrated.
Nice.
It's time to play Overrated, Underrated.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
So that was as smooth as butter. Robo, let's pull up your list and let's
What's
lead it off.
While he's pulling that up, what's the context behind this Dr. Phil? Like what's the story? Is that like the Catch Me Outside? How about that girl? Like, who is he talking to when he says that?
Oh, play it again. Let's see what it says.
It's time to play Overrated, Underrated.
You're ugly. You're disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Like he's playing Monopoly, right? He just passed go.
That's no. He just played overrated, underrated, and he's making a comment about how he just won overrated, underrated.
Oh, it sounds like he crossed go and that's
episode
like,
2. Remember episode 2? We had
he's
Dr.
so
Phil on?
sophisticated that's how he talks shit.
Remember
you're ugly and you're stupid and I hate you and I want to kill you.
Remember episode 2 of the podcast? We had Dr. Phil on. That was our guest. We played overrated.
No, maybe Dr. Pepper. We never had Dr. Phil.
But yeah, it's been months since we've done a game, so we're getting back into this.
So play along with us.
Yeah,
We'll see how stupid we are, but this is overrated, underrated.
And if you disagree, leave a comment.
Yeah, so this
or
is
email us.
This is a list of 14 baby safety products that every parent needs.
Okay, so
It says that is the title of the article.
So the expectation is that all of these should be
you should need.
should be
necessity,
underrated.
not even optional. You gotta have
Yeah,
it.
you have to have them kind of.
Pink Floyd shirt.
Pink Floyd
Check.
T-shirts. Yeah.
So number 1 on this list is a complete baby proofing kit, which consists of outlet covers. It looks like it consists of the little toilet locks. What else do we have on here? Any kind of corner cabinet pieces. So this is like a whole kit and caboodle.
I feel like right off
cabinets.
rip, that's all of the things that you need. I think that's underrated.
I'd argue not everything in that kit's a necessity. I will say that outlet. Now I've never stuck my finger in an outlet and been shocked, so I don't know how bad it hurts, but I would assume that it's not pleasant. So I think that's 100% necessity. I think the toilet bowl locks 100% necessity. Kids can drown in just an inch of water. I don't know if the table corner bumpers are 100% necessary. Now my kid's not running around yet. Maybe Trey would have different opinions on this with Ivy, who is quite fast. But I do not have the corner bumper covers on my furniture yet.
Yeah, my thoughts on this are it's overrated because I don't think you need to do all of that stuff. I think that the corner bumpers, to put a bumper on every corner of your house, I mean, you're going to look like a tinfoil wearing hat insane person if you're going to do that. Maybe a couple. The outlet covers are nice. I think it's fine. You don't want to encourage playing with the outlets. I don't know how dangerous it is nowadays, but it's really more about sticking stuff in them, right?
Yeah,
like a fork or something.
a fork, yeah.
And then the toilet bowl cover or the toilet bowl locks are extremely annoying, and they tend to rip off or whatever. But it is effective. It keeps the kid out of the toilet, so it's probably nice to have those. So I'm gonna say just a slight overrated to get the full kit.
So when I look at this kit, I feel, in my opinion, I think having corner bumpers and stuff is going to be even more of a necessity for me because I have 2 of them, so I can only pay attention to one at a time. I can't, if they both run opposite directions, my head has to go one way or the other.
Yeah.
Get the one that's running at the table. They can't both be. There's one table. They can't both be running at the table.
There's one table, but there's multiple corners, like Trey just said.
Yeah, but think about this, right? Like the corner of a wall.
I'm not worried
You're
about
not putting
like
a bumper on the whole wall.
No.
So it's like they're still exposed to corners.
Right.
Correct,
right.
yeah.
Corners will exist in their world.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
you're just
it's-
protecting them from some corners.
Yeah, just
The
some
ones that are at
yeah.
head level.
Yeah, at head level.
I will say the one baby proofing thing that we've done so far, we had this really actual sharp, like I've nailed the shit out of my shin on it before. Like we had like a little coffee table in our living room, and we got rid of that and we bought basically just like a padded ottoman type thing that has storage inside of it, so we won't need any of the bumpers or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think an ottoman table, just like the one that's here right in front of us, this might be the only thing that I could maybe think about putting a bumper on. Other than that, I'm like, you just kind of got to risk it. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thought. So there you go. You want to give an overrated, underrated on that item?
I'd say 1/3 of that kid is overrated.
Okay.
I'll say underrated.
Okay. And your thoughts?
I think that, like Ab said, I think only 1/3 of that kid is really what you need. Like
That's not what he said.
No, I
Okay.
said 2/3 is what you
2/3
need.
is what you need. Sorry.
Okay. Next on the list.
Next item on the list is a pack of corner bumpers. Just corner bumpers.
100% overrated.
Overrated.
If I just bought the kit, I don't need these. So,
I'm out.
All right, so that one's out.
yeah. All right. Number 3, magnetic window blind cord safety pack.
What the hell is even that?
That was
you know,
excellent.
You know, how you have cords on blinds. It's basically like a clip that goes around the cords, and they're magnetic, so you can stick them up high so the kids can't reach them and strangle themselves with them or choke on them or whatever kids would do with it.
My thing is, I will say this, like, that's so overrated because, like, we talked about this on the last episode, right? Your kid's on the dirt pile, right? Where are you? Okay, your kid is semi close to something that they can hang themselves on. Where are you? Okay, so I think in the time that it would take my daughter to strap that cord around her neck and suffocate, I'd be able to stop it.
I'm gonna say here's what I think that I'm not gonna go down that path because I do think that there's opportunities where kids could be in a place that you're not, in their bedroom sleeping, whatever. They wake up at night, they get out of their crib or something. But why can't you just like throw the cord up,
Dangle the
Make
cord
the
up.
cord shorter.
make the cord shorter, tie a knot higher.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things you can do to not need to like install a magnetic clip for specifically for a cord on a window that you could just throw
Listen,
over top.
You
of
guys are giving me nasty looks like I'm the one who made this list.
Yeah.
I just Googled a list.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
We also should have vetted the list because the first two things on the list were the same.
The
items.
same items.
So I'm gonna go strong overrated on that one.
I think we're all on the same page in that one.
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's way
3
overrated.
for 3 on overrated. Nice.
All right, number 4 is a finger pinch guard. So it's like a door stopper that you put on so the baby can't shut their fingers in the door.
Oh my god. Who produced this list?
This is babybestproducts.com.
This is an authoritative dad.
This is a heroin dad. If anybody watched the last episode, overrated.
What is it? So what? It's like a slow stopper for a door.
No, it's literally like a little animal that you hang over the top of the door.
Oh, it
so
doesn't.
that the door,
it doesn't let the door close
shut.
all the way.
Well, I didn't
doesn't
know
let
it.
the
I
door
didn't know
shut.
it was an animal. I like that.
No.
It doesn't let the door
So
shut.
I have tall
pretty cute.
I have tall doors. Megan couldn't reach it to take it off if she wanted to. So to put that on a door that we would ever need to close would not work.
I'm sure it
That's
could go
one.
on the side of the door too. Like, there's no way it can only go on the top of the door.
I thought it was for the top. Okay,
It shows it on the top of the door.
Well, okay, let's say it's
Probably so the baby
so-
can't pull it off, and
Right.
also probably so that it can stay there.
Gravity.
Right, gravity's kind of working against you. So
Might
let's
be a little-
let's
it
but
might
let's say
be
you could take it
form-fitting.
off, right? What are you gonna do when you go to anywhere in the world where a door exists? You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
hey, don't close that door. My son doesn't know that door's closed. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, he has to learn that door's closed.
My son thinks all doors are this much open all the time, just
He's
fat
gonna-
enough for his
like,
fingers.
He's gonna learn to like grab the door and close it that way. And it's like, that's not how you close a door, bud.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take him to
Overrated.
probably like, get his hand pinched once or twice to
This is-
learn it. But
This is good. This is actually making me feel good because my my house is really not that baby proof. Like the two things I've done, I've got the electrical outlets in the wall. I've got, and I just like pick up shit off the floor. Like those are the two, and I put in I moved the bar cart, right? So all those bottles of booze aren't there to be
sometimes
broken.
maybe like the one thing I would suggest is maybe putting away, like you have like all those knives that are just scattered on the ground. You should probably put those away.
Or get a corner bumper for them.
They're therapeutic.
You have
Get a corner bumper.
Maybe like put a corner bumper on them.
Yeah,
You have like knives and needles and guns, and they're just like all over the house,
Well, yeah, in all my gun compartments.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
All right. So next product is a baby gate to keep them away from your knives and guns and needles.
I think a baby gate is underrated. I think you need baby gates.
I do have a baby gate in my house. Honestly, I think it's more. I use it more for the dog to keep the dog like away from the front door. But
so where
I don't have stairs.
I
don't have
your,
stairs.
Yeah, with stairs, I
Stairs,
feel like
I think
baby
it's
gate is-
huge.
Yeah,
Right. Where do you need a baby gate?
But-
Stairs and a pool.
Also, I think part of the reason that you don't have to do as much baby proofing is because where you have your gate, it keeps your kid out of the kitchen, so you don't have to worry about putting locks on all the cabinet doors and all that stuff.
Right.
So
That's a
Right.
that
good point.
probably plays into your lack of needing to baby proof a lot of your stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll say architecture is going to play a big part there, but a baby gate is usually needed. Like usually you're going to want
with stairs 100%.
Yeah.
I think instead of baby proofing, like instead of like letting your kid go anywhere, I think it's more about containment. Like I'm playing a prevent defense. Let's contain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one on the list is a Google Nest smoke detector.
What's wrong with the smoke detector that's already in my
This
house?
is on the list, bro.
This is
The
every
first
parent
sentence-
needs
the first
this.
sentence.
No,
You
I-
deserve more than a basic smoke alarm.
Oh, I do deserve that.
This smoke alarm detects smoke.
You say
Unlike the other smoke alarm,
And it
which
tells
detects
you, it'll
smoke.
just tell you like, hey, there's smoke instead of just setting off a
this
buzzer.
right.
I'll text you.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll text you.
This smoke alarm, you have to say, "Hey Google, is it smoky or what?" No.
Hey Google, tell me when my house is on fire.
No. I mean a smoke detector, 100%
Yeah.
necessary. A Google one,
Detector, I hardly know her. Well,
Nice.
Overrated.
Okay.
the
Well,
Google
it's-
one is overrated.
This is going to be really important though for when your regular smoke detector starts beeping and you unplug it because you don't change the batteries.
Who the
out.
fuck unplugs it? Change the batteries.
Change the batteries, dude.
What do you mean you unplug
If you
it?
go all the way up there,
Listen,
change the fucking batteries.
Listen, you're not a fucking college kid renting an apartment anymore. You change the batteries in your smoke detector. You fucking animal.
How are you gonna climb all the way up there to unplug it?
I'm
and
gonna
not
go. I'm gonna
just
go
put
this. I'm gonna go
batteries
this. Smoke detector, underrated. Google Nest smoke detector,
Overrated.
All right,
Yes.
we're in
Agreed.
agreement with that.
All right, next one is window safety guards. So it's literally fucking bars on a window. So your kid is like trapped in jail.
Train your
But,
kids
like,
for when they go to prison.
I mean,
So
by
like
the
you
time
open your window.
By the time your kid's old enough to like understand how to open a fucking window
Also tall enough to
and
open a
tall
window.
enough to open
Are
a
the
window,
bars outside?
No, they're inside.
It's like a neighborhood. It's like a neighborhood in Hialeah.
Yeah, like, dude, yeah, like I don't even know what's going on with
We
this.
live in Oakland.
I'm gonna go straight overrated.
That's just absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I mean, maybe this window, literally right here.
Yeah, but like by the time Ivy's tall enough to get up there and unlock it and open the freaking window, you can probably tell him like, "Hey, dude, you shouldn't jump out that thing."
Right. By the time he's old enough
Yeah.
to unlock the window, he knows. Now I do have a thing on the windows in our house. It's like they're like window locks because like the little locks that like when the window goes down and it clamps on that thing, those locks are broken. And so somebody could open the window from the outside, right? Which is super dangerous. So I have these things that they're like locks on the inside. The downside of it is me being a new dad. I was like, ain't nobody getting in this fucking house. Those things are on tight. They're like screw in like bolts that like go on the track. So that window ain't ain't opening ever.
You know what works
which
even
probably might be a little bit dangerous.
You know what works even better is buy a house that's 80 years old and none of the windows open.
Nice.
But you have new windows. Did you get new windows?
No, they tried to charge me $60,000.
Wait a minute. When you got married, I donated. Your wedding gift for me was to the new window fund.
Yeah.
And you've been married for years now.
I think that was like a joke.
No, that was 100% the plan. And then they said the windows were $60,000. And I was like, I'm just gonna keep this for when we buy a new house eventually.
So that GoFundMe that you started for when you broke your leg, that was fake too? Is that real?
No, that was for the windows.
I gave like $1,000 to that GoFundMe.
What the fuck, dude? Scumbag.
When the fuck did we get ice cream?
What the fuck?
We should start a GoFundMe.
So I'm gonna
for
say
this pod.
so window bars. I think I'm gonna say overrated.
You think?
Well, I do think that there's window safety that is important. But if
I think I'd rather put a. I think I'd rather put a Topgolf net outside the window, so when they do fall out of the window, it catches them. Because those videos are hella funny.
I think if you can lock your window, you don't need it. I guess that's for like houses maybe that don't have air conditioning that have to open their window. Or
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't know.
That's right.
It
That
just
makes
seemed like
sense.
a ridiculous
Say
product.
nay.
Next one is wire mold covers to cover any open wires. And secure
I
them
do
to the
that because
wall.
I have OCD.
That's
Yeah,
probably.
I
I
was saying,
Yeah,
I
feel like
already
that's-
do that just because like I don't want to see exposed
Yeah,
wires.
I feel like that's not baby proofing. That's just aesthetics.
But I did use it to do that in his nursery.
You literally have one behind you.
I have one
on
right
the
here
bad,
behind
bad
me.
boy
But I
side.
did one in the nursery for like because there's like an Alexa device in there, so you can play sounds.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I don't. I have my like couches in my living room all are electric, and I don't have outlets in the floor in my house, so I do have to run wires like all over the house to plug in my furniture, which is a pain in the ass. I'll never get furniture like that again. But I don't have I had the track cover, and it was like because it had to be on the ground, and so it was like almost like a bump on and then eventually like we got rid of it. So I don't have that, but again, like
I think
I'm
that's-
close enough to where my kid is like
You might
if she's
need it soon.
picked up a wire, like is she chewing on the wire? Like I think
Yeah.
I'm close enough to get there in time.
You might need it soon, man.
So
I think those are I think those are adequately rated to baby underrated because they're so cheap. It just I think it's more so like, do you really want to put in the effort? Because like a lot of people don't want to put in the effort, but I think it's worthwhile to do cord management for your baby's sake, but also for the aesthetic.
yeah.
It's like two birds with one stone.
It just looks so much
It's
better.
two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that. The wire that runs like from the couch because it's not even like conveniently placed. Like they're not against the wall.
Right.
Where I can so like
Yeah.
the wire that
Yeah.
runs from the back of the love seat across the walkway to get to our bedroom. I'm like
Yeah.
I've definitely tripped over it before. It's bullshit.
So there's two more on here. There should be four more, but the other two were covered in the essentials kit. So we got doorknob covers.
Is this so that they
It's
slip
so that-
off?
Yeah,
That's
so
the one that they
can't
can't open it.
can't
Oh.
open
I
the
like
door.
that. I like that.
So like a adult knows you have to like squeeze the knob to twist
Yeah.
it, whereas like a baby's just gonna keep turning the thing, and it's like, oh, I can't open the door.
I have a handle.
I think all the doors. I think all the
It's only for circular knobs.
yeah, I think all the doors in my house are handles. But I do like the idea of a can't open doors thing. I'm not really worried about all the doors, but I think that I'll eventually have some kind of front door thing, whether it's a chain or whether it's. I guess the
I need to think about
deadbolt
that
is
because he
good.
can open the front door now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you live on a little dangerous road.
Yeah.
And the last time that somebody left the house, they let your cats out.
Fucking TJ.
Tim.
Yeah, I mean, I guess like a deadbolt is good enough, but I'll get some kind of front door chain, kind of keep the door shut.
Something
thing.
up higher, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last one on here, which Emily and I were talking about this last night. I think this is actually super important, is furniture straps. So like for anything that can tip over. So it's just like a little strap. You just screw it into the wall and then strap your stuff down so that it can't like tip over on. So like we have a couple of things in our house that aren't secured to the wall, but they very easily, if a kid started trying to like climb on them, they could fall over onto them.
Yeah.
So like,
I agree with that. That's like that TV is mounted to the wall, even though it looks like it's just standing on a stand. Like,
Yeah.
Because of that reason. Like, I don't want it to fall.
Yeah.
So I would say those are underrated.
Yeah.
Like
I
anytime
think-
you think like, it's a big heavy object, it'll never fall. Wrong. Center of gravity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely important. I have I haven't done it yet, but I have the straps to do it, and so I will do that. The one thing, like IKEA, so like her dressers from IKEA makes you like sign a waiver that like you will strap this to the wall, like we are IKEA. Because I guess IKEA furniture is like known for that.
All the IKEA furniture comes with a way to secure.
Well, yeah, I mean the IKEA furniture.
Piece.
The IKEA furniture is like if the top drawer is too heavy and the top drawer is open, the whole thing could fucking tip over. I'm like, that's a construction thing. I might change how I build this IKEA, but
no, that's why they give you the straps to put it into the wall.
I know. Well, still give me the strap, but maybe like redesign the dresser so that.
No. They give you the piece. They give you the piece to not let it do that.
No, he's looking for like dresser shaped like a pyramid.
Yeah, it'd be tough to change the baby on top of the dresser, but aesthetically,
sit on this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But yeah, straps super important, and I will get those set up as soon as I get to it.
Yeah, we're starting to look into.
As soon as Janie's dad comes back to town,
we're starting to look into straps. One thing that wasn't on this list that I want to ask your opinion on. We were looking at like because we bought the basic little just stick them into the outlets and stuff, but I did see ones that are. It's an outlet cover that goes over just a normal outlet, but the middle piece slides when you need to use the outlet. But I was like, well, can't a baby eventually, like if they keep grabbing at it, like they're going to figure out how to just slide the thing and stick the thing in the thing, right?
It almost looks like it almost becomes a toy when you add that.
Yeah. So like I wanted to get your guys' opinion on those things. So like I said, I don't have them, but I saw them on a website when I was looking up baby proofing stuff because we were talking about it. And I was like, oh, like, I wonder if these things are any good. And I started watching videos of like how the people were using them. I'm like, and they're showing like a baby just like slapping out. I'm like, no. Like they're going to figure out, hey, this thing moves.
right?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that's not very conducive to baby proofing.
Agree that I doubt that it works as well. But at the same time, I can appreciate it because like even your stuff, like when I have to plug something in, like you've got to pull the thing out and just set it on the floor and then put it in. And then it's like, let's say you leave something in, then you just got a piece of plastic on the floor.
Yeah, so I like these because they're easy. Like it's not easy in and out. That's the design of it.
And mine are a pain in the ass to get
but
out.
They're a pain to get out. But it's it's good to go. And like the whole point is that when it's set and it's just sitting there, that the kid's not going to get to it. So the easier it is to use quickly, the less effective it is at actually doing what it's supposed to do, which is keeping the kid from like putting stuff in there. I think that if you use the plastic inserts plus they have outlets that you can like unscrew and you can like bolt on an outlet that like has your plug like inside of it locked in. So if you had like a charger that's always charged into your like nightstand and you were afraid like, well, here's an outlet, I can't put an outlet cover in there because I always want to have my phone charger plugged in. You can literally like buy something that mounts into the wall so like no one could steal your charger. That's like what it's for. But you could, by the same token, use that for an outlet that's like constantly being used for something, and then like put that on it so it's plugged in and protected. You could use that for a baby proof. Yeah. It's not meant for baby proof, but you could do that. The stuff that you're talking about is like, well, I always constantly want to use the outlet. That's tough. Yeah, you gotta it's trade off. You can keep it undone, but it's trade off.
Is there anything that you have in this house that was not on that list that you think?
I think an underrated baby proofing tool is a corral, kennel,
some kind of pen.
Like a little play pen.
A portable play pen that like
just kind of pops together,
adjustable. I don't know. We could maybe
once we saw yours, we immediately put that on our registry, and we had someone get that for us because it's like, especially the fact that it's all little gates that are connected together makes it so much better because you can fit it into any space that you need.
Yeah, you fit it whatever you want it, and then they're not like then when they're in there, they might not like it or whatever they're screaming, but at least you know you can control what's in their environment. Yeah. So you give them independence to like play with toys and throw toys and break toys and do whatever and run around and be crazy, but you're also like at least it feels somewhat controlled. Feels like they're not going to go find something and put it in their mouth that like So as long as you're in there and like you clean up regularly, to me it feels like a little bit safer. Just because like who knows what are you laughing at him? Jim?
Yeah,
drinking a
fiddle
soda.
fiddle boy over there.
Yeah, you're over there drinking on the pod, dude. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah. So I think a baby, not a baby gate, but a baby
Like a playpen.
playpen.
Yeah.
is probably one of the best baby proofing tools that you can have because you just eliminate all of the threats.
You're controlling their environment. They're not around corners, so you don't need corner things.
Right.
You can control how many outlets are there. So
And
it's
you can
like,
put two of them in there.
Yeah.
Just be attentive. It's basically what we're saying. Pretty much.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, it's nice to not be attentive.
It is nice to be able to take your eye off for a second.
If I'm making dinner, I can see what he's doing in the playpen. But it's like if he's just running around, I'm trying to make dinner. It's like he's going in the pantry, he's pulling on the cat's tail, he's slapping the dog in the face, and I'm like, dude, come on, I can't.
So you guys, speaking of cooking, this is a good one. Do you turn the handle in when you're cooking with a pan? Janie gets on me all the fucking time about that. I'm so bad at that. Of like leaving the handle straight out off the stove. And now the kid can reach up and grab it. And like I should have learned, like when I was a young kid, that actually happened to me. I had to go to the hospital. Like I've been fat that long. I pulled the hot food off the counter and like burned my whole skin. And like my dad had like put me in the bathtub, like freezing cold water, and like rip my like pajamas off, whatever I was wearing. But I had to go to the hospital for that. It was crazy.
Wow.
So
Jeez.
you would think I would learn it. I would have learned at a young age. I still haven't.
It was creamed corn. He never ate a vegetable ever again.
I don't fuck with cream corn, man. That stuff's gross. What about anybody have firearms? I don't have guns.
I do.
But like
I wouldn't tell you if I did.
I do.
freaks me out.
I did, but then they all fell off of a boat and we lost them all.
Were you a Somali pirate for a summer? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. They
I'm
just
the captain
in
now.
case anybody wanted to
Cardwell's taking shooting fish in a barrel to a whole new level.
fuck is wrong with you, dude?
yeah, just in case anybody wants to come and get them. I don't have them anymore. They fell into
It's
a
not
river.
illegal to own guns. I don't understand. Like why? Like why
Not
are you
yet. Anyways,
What?
but yeah, so we do plan on getting one of those things. No, Tip's dad has the
Like a gun
the
safe?
bracelet that basically it's like a gun safe, but he has a bracelet that's kind of like it looks like a Fitbit, and you basically just tap it onto the gun safe, and that's what unlocks it.
Is he always wearing it?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like something I would. I'm gonna be honest. If I was like, I don't own any guns, but if I did, I would not lock it in something that I have to wear a bracelet. I would probably do some fingerprints, like something I'm already always wearing. My fingerprint.
Fingerprints. What are you, like a fucking evil villain? What are you talking about? You install a vault with a fingerprint pad and an optical.
I mean, I don't know. Like if I needed it in an emergency, I feel like a key or a pass. I mean, maybe like a keypad.
If it's in a vault and you need it in an emergency, like within 10 seconds, no technology is going to help you get in there quickly. That's the whole point of putting it in a vault, is so that you can't get into it quickly.
I just keep it on my mattress. My kids aren't heavy enough to lift it.
They're not heavy enough. So being able to lift things is a heavy. How heavy you are?
It's too heavy for them to lift. Sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay, that makes sense.
Nice.
I'll tell an anonymous story. Somebody that I was with, one of my buddies, left a gun in an Airbnb by accident.
Oh my god.
After we had checked out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I had to go back and I was the closest to the Airbnb. I went back and
So I can guess who the friend might be.
I went back to the Airbnb and I got there was like a cleaning lady there. I was like, hey, can I come in? And they were like, all right, fine. Like went upstairs.
Oh my
okay.
god.
And I walked out with a fucking
Okay, let's go.
Gator's got to get his gat.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, the firearm
That's
thing is
crazy.
an interesting. I mean, that's a hot topic, but like,
I mean, I don't have.
But
one,
honestly,
so I don't
the
think about
most-
it, but I didn't. Know.
I mean, yeah,
And I don't know.
it's
I
a
didn't know
hot
if you guys
topic,
did.
but that's honestly the most underrated thing. I mean, that is literally.
I don't
the
think
most
you can. I don't
underrated
think you can do enough. You can never do enough.
Yeah.
It's all you can, like.
Right. The only way to like make it as safe as possible is to not have that's like the safest option is to not have one in the house at all. But if you do have one, it's like you have to go to like unlimited.
It's two things. Right?
extent
It's two
to-
things, right? It's be really, really, really sure that you can conceal it and keep it hidden and keep it locked away and whatever. And then it's gun safety, as early.
Yeah.
Right, it's gun safety courses
Mhm.
plus locking it away. Like that's the combo that you have to really do. But like if you're like, hey, I want a gun under my mattress, so if a burglar comes in, I mean,
That was a joke, by the way.
Sure, that's a joke.
If you have a gun under your mattress, then the twisty doorknob thing where the kid can't open the door is like that much more important. That's that's Robo's safe. He's got the twisty doorknob
Robo's like,
with a gun under his mattress.
I really want those corner pieces. My child really needs corner pieces. The gun? Oh no, it's cool. The mattress is pretty heavy.
They can't pick up the mattress. They could run full speed into a corner though.
Yeah.
So it sounds like just in a recap, more often than not, it sounds like a lot of this stuff is just more for you than the child. It's more for the.
It's more of a peace of mind for the.
I think it's a peace of mind thing. It's like a with every one of these. But the other thing too is some of these things create a false sense of security, right? Where you go,
that's also
true.
True.
I have the corner covers, I have the outlet thing, I have the twisty doorknobs, right? Like I can take my eye off them. And it's like you can't take your eye off these fucking kids. Like like whatever's not child-proofed, because you can't child-proof. You can't wrap your whole fucking house in bubble wrap. They find it.
The other thing that's really difficult is quantifying the benefit, because if you baby-proof your house with $10,000 worth of stuff and nothing happens, you're gonna go, fuck, I fucking
I mean, that's
wasted. I wasted $10,000, but you don't know if it was a waste. You just know that nothing happened, which was the goal in the first place.
Yeah.
So then, was it really a waste to spend the 10? Because it did exactly what you wanted. It's like, well, could you have achieved the same result for 1,000? Yeah. And like, so I think it's really just, it's more so a sliding scale of like, how much money do you want to spend or can you spend? Because you're never going to be able to evaluate how successful it is unless you spent a little bit too little. Yeah. If you spend $1 too little, and then there's an accident, and you're like, well, I could have put one additional.
Yeah, I could have bought the thing.
I could have bought one bumper, and I didn't buy the bumper, and that's the one corner that they run into. And so there's always like a sliding scale. But I think that it's you don't want too much because there's a false sense of security, right? You don't want too little because they're gonna get fucked up, and you also got to be careful not to be obsessed over like the thought of something bad always happening. Because then it's like the only thing you think of is bad, and then you like freak yourself out into doing nothing.
You don't get to enjoy.
You don't enjoy anything. You don't let the kid do it, and it's like that's like the helicopter parent. Like you got to also be like, some bad stuff is okay. It's the really bad stuff that's not okay,
right?
And mitigate that to the best of your ability. You have a gun to go down that road. You have if you have loose wires,
knives on the floor,
knives on the floor.
You got knives on the floor.
Yeah.
Put them in a pile so they're not all
right. Put corner bumpers on them. I think this is a good segue, and this is hopefully we have a little bit of time. When do you unbaby proof the house? At what point do you unbaby? Like at what point do you like when Ivy is 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, or you gonna go around your house and take all those plug covers off, or it's like some of these things I feel like stay forever.
Yeah, because if my 10-year-old doesn't know how to take that off, I got other concerns.
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like I feel like
that's called natural selection.
But I feel like the plug, like the things like the plug covers are now like the bumper covers, like the well, we won't have corner bumpers, but like I feel like the plug cover, it's like one of those things that like will stay on until you go, I'm gonna use that plug and I'm gonna take that plug cover out. And then I'm never going to put it back in. But you might see like at 10 years old, you have plug covers in certain plugs because you've never used that plug in 10 years.
You're just, okay, what you're saying is it acceptable to just be lazy and not unbaby proof?
I mean, yeah, is it an issue if you just leave it there?
Like you're just going like, hey, is it an issue if I just don't ever?
Like when do you take your baby gate down? When Ivy can walk up and down stairs without falling?
Yeah, well,
when the kid can step over the gate,
not just Ivy, but also like the other kids or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, like your friends' kids and stuff. Yeah,
other kids and stuff.
Oh, I get.
Like once, like there's a phase in life in which there's stuff that has to be up, like a baby gate. That phase will pass at some point when the kid, everybody's kids are kind of past it, and then you take it down. It's not that inconvenient. Those things. They can come out as soon as he knows how to take them out. They're useless because he can just take them. If he really wants to put a fork in there, he's going to do it. It's really just for like this phase when he's like just learning, like right now, and before he can communicate that it's really tough. You have to be able to say like, "Hey, you can't put a fork in the outlet; it will hurt." And once he knows like what an outlet is, what a fork is, what hurt is, then he can say, "I understand." Then you go, "Okay, good." and then he's gonna do it, and then he's gonna get hurt, and then you're gonna go, okay, now
I
you really
told
know.
ya.
Now
Yeah.
you really know. Now you
I told you.
Don't
my
touch
dad
the
said.
stove.
My dad said this hurt. Well, he's a bitch. He doesn't know.
an idiot, dude.
All right.
Well, good.
So yeah, episode is just do what you feel is necessary. There's some things that you can do if you want to, but really just the main stuff.
Yeah, I think we gave good advice here. Is there any bad dad advice that we could give?
Put more knives on the floor.
Let the kids figure it out themselves.
Yeah, figure it out.
Let the kids play.
Yeah, let the kids
Let
play.
the boy watch.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about next time because I will definitely have a kid at that point if I don't already definitely have one. So yeah, next time.
All right.